They're just names that he can remember.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. At some point through osmosis, these are going to happen. By the way, people are telling me I'm the subject of names, athletes' names. I was talking about Equinemius St. Brown. Everybody's blowing me up going, he's got a brother named Amon-Ra who plays for the Lions. And you'd think I would know that because that's my wife's team. I would have thought that. Boy, I love these families. They're like, we are going to name you after no less than the very top Egyptian deity. That's what we're going to name you after. And it's going to be funny and weird, but you, my young Nubian prince, are an Egyptian deity. No less than that. They're trying to set you up for success in life. We're all walking around here, Toms and Jennies, and naming this kid Amon-Ra.
I'm named after the mother of Christ, so speak for yourself, Alan.
Mother of Christ named Mary Lynn?
Yes. Mary Lynn Louise, actually.
Uh-huh. Guess which one is a virgin? Hey, if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio, or at least attempt to, listen, it's the thought that counts. If you do it outside Ohio, tell me where, and I'll make sure you are on our map of bureau chiefs around the country. Dan is a bureau chief in Chicago. Eric listens in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You're going to be in Fort Wayne, aren't you?
I'm going to be in Fort Wayne December 18th, 19th, or
December?
I'm sorry, February 18th, 19th, and 20th with David Tell.
Hey! Mm-hmm. So there you go, Eric. Keep that in mind. Tanya is a bureau chief in Clayton, North Carolina. Kristen listens in San Antonio. Kimberly is up in Erie, Pennsylvania. So thanks. Mary will be out tomorrow and then back on Friday from San Diego.
Mm-hmm. Calimero.
She's going to be flashing the shaka the whole time. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Poundcake, are you happy that Tyler Perry is bringing Medea back?
No. I mean, I'm indifferent because I got my fix on all the Medea movies. I don't need another one.
Have you seen them all?
I haven't seen
a lot of them.
I haven't seen the Boo Christmas one or the Boo 2.
Wait, Boo Christmas?
I mean, Boo Halloween.
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
It was a Halloween movie.
He did so many, he just started mixing holidays. Boo, a Medea Christmas.
And then he posted about, he was like, oh, I'm retiring her because, again, we've seen all the Medea. We've seen Medea have a divorce. We've seen Medea kill somebody. We've seen Medea,
kill somebody.
She's gone to jail. She saved a church. She's done it all.
She's done it all. And he's like...
She goes to church and then kills someone?
And then goes to jail.
And then goes to jail.
She brings a gun to church. And then he's like, I'm retiring her. And then I see a big blog post about, you'll never guess why Tyler Perry decided to bring her back. I'm like, because she's going to Netflix and they offered him a lot of money. Let me guess. He has his own studio. Of course.
Yeah, 10 years ago, he said he was tired of doing it. He don't want to do it anymore. And he says he brought her back because I was looking at the state of the world and nobody's laughing.
They offered you a lot of money.
Probably hot in that fat suit, too, though.
A Medea Homecoming is the Netflix movie.
You must never get tired of playing Medea. That must be so much fun.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Really?
I do.
It's just hilarious.
But you know what it is? It's the joy that it gives to the people, just like you coming in here and how it uplifts you. You know, no matter what's going on, we have great.
I like Ellen pretending that she's seen one frame of a Medea movie.
But you come in and people have such great energy, you want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we don't ever get tired of seeing that.
Well, thank you, honey. I thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
I like seeing Tyler Perry show up in other things.
He was in Don't Look Up.
I like him in things. He was in Don't Look Up. He's in, he did a movie called Alex Cross, this character that Morgan Freeman played. They tried to do a younger version of it. It wasn't very good, but that wasn't his fault. But he shows up in Star Trek movies because he's a big fan. I like him in stuff.
What's the vibe on him, do you think, Alan? Do you think he's sus?
Do I think he's gay?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay.
But, if you Google who is Tyler Perry married to, it lists his net worth.
Married to work. He's married to his job.
But he did, but he had a woman. He's got a daughter, I think. So it lines up where I don't think he's a gay dude. But I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I don't care.
He has a daughter. I didn't even know he had kids. I thought he was just I can understand if he was out here hoeing, but
he's a little older than me. I mean, but he's got his own studio. He got a ton of money. He did the right things, man. Knowing your audience is showing up as 90%, and knowing your audience is the other 10.
And knowing that audience isn't getting anything made for them, really. There wasn't any.
That's right.
Buddy that was catering to that specific
And that's why
and
he's a
then
billionaire that's ignored.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood virtually ignores him. They don't care about his studio. They don't care about the movies he makes. No big Hollywood stars looking to be cast in a Tyler Perry movie. They're like, oh, you're going to go to the blacks? That's what you're going to do? That's why he moved his whole studio to Atlanta.
But here's my question. His partner gave birth to their son in 2014, and then he announced some years later that he was a single bachelor. Here's my question, though. And I've only seen maybe one of those early Madea movies. But once they start printing money with those movies, it would seem that bigger and bigger names would hop on. But that's not what happened, right?
No.
I wonder why. Because listen, all they care about is if these movies make money. So it's not so much like, oh, it's just black audiences. Bigger actors are that's why Helen Mirren's doing Fast and Furious movies and Charlize Theron. They're like, yes, I want to be in a billion-dollar franchise. So I was always surprised that these Madea movies didn't snowball into these star-studded affairs.
No, because it's for a specific audience.
Right.
And it's also for a specific budget. They're still, as much as they make money, they're still not, he's the star, and so he doesn't have to, like he doesn't need
other big names.
He doesn't need other big names. So he can get a guy like Larry the Cable Guy to come in and be a character in his Madea Family Christmas one, which I think he is the dad in that one.
I don't know. He had
because it's like that one's basically Look Who's Coming to Dinner, but with Madea. They're going, oh, this white boy.
He had Betty White in there too.
Yeah,
he had Betty White in one. Medea's Witness Protection. That was one. I swear. She had this white family come stay with her because he was in some type of tax scheme or something like that, or a fraud scheme.
He was in Gone Girl. He was real good in that. That was a pretty dark movie. He was Colin Powell in Vice, the Adam McKay movie about Dick Cheney.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And he had a little cameo in the Paw Patrol movie when my daughter was watching the Paw Patrol movie. I was like, that sounds like Tyler Perry. And his voice is in the credits. Yeah. He's a talented dude.
I just can't imagine him laying pipe.
Really?
Have you tried hard enough?
I just don't see him as that type of dude. He's just a very nice.
He's busy working.
Yeah.
But
he's working all the time.
He's still a man.
He's a working man.
He likes to feel good. Like, he's a man.
Nice.
How do you think he blows off steam?
He goes and works some more.
Blowing backs out. Like,
that's how some. Well, he's got a kid. Maybe that was enough.
I guess
he wanted to be fruitful and multiply.
He had sex one time, procreated,
one
and he's
time.
Done. It's enough for him.
That's right.
I think him and Oprah would just be a power couple. Buy Stedman. She need another billionaire.
Well,
drop that zero and get a hero.
She's probably 20 years older than him.
So he already had his kid. What did he care for?
He's already got money. Why does he
drop the zero and get with the hero?
They'll be the elderly Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Wow.
With a bigger network.
Oprah and Tyler Perry.
Why not?
What a formidable couple they would be.
Doesn't Stedman
15, 16 years apart.
Perry Harpo Studios.
Doesn't Stedman already live in a guest house? Like, don't they not live in the same house or something like that?
Pull his ass out of the pool house.
What's the difference?
And say, you're evicted. Like, they don't even... he occupies the residence. He's not even like her partner. Still, I bet you that pool house is like the size of the studio.
Alan, maybe we can
bring... it's the size of all our houses combined.
I'm meaning like this entire radio station, not the studio, my bad.
Alan Cox Show After Hours line. You can always leave a quick message there. Anytime, 216-986-8903.
Yeah, hello, Alan. I'm a big up-and-comer. My name's Adam. I'm just touching base with you guys at the Alan Cox Show, and just extending an invitation to Mary Santora. One Mary Santora. Yeah, I'm like I said previously, I'm a big up-and-comer, and I live in my parents' basement. I'm currently unemployed, and I live life to the fullest, or to the however you perceive my current situation. Yeah, I'm just doing it big over here, or not at all. Like I said, power of perception. Yeah, I just wanted to say Mary Santora is amazing. My aforementioned statements that I've called numerous times because I am currently under the influence. I'm currently inebriated. I don't know. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you do. And that is all. I love you, Mary. Goodbye.
He finally got around to it. I'm currently inebriated.
Didn't he say he had
Well,
an
the two
offer?
of you will never get along. What's that?
Didn't he say he had an offer?
He did, and then he got drunk and forgot what he was saying. Yeah, he forgot his train
I think
of
it was
thought.
pretty clear what his offer was.
Yeah, right.
I'd really like to kidnap you.
And
no,
put you
thank
in my parents' basement,
no, thank
where
you.
I live.
No, thank you.
There's some parents that have some really nice basements, though. Like
Not the ones people live in. They
I
always
bet-
live in like an unfinished
I
basement
was
with a
gonna
half
say,
bath.
I have been in my friends' place. I was like, hey, man, I would move back in with my parents if I had a basement like this.
It's never like the basement you think it is, where it's a finished basement with a big
Oh, it's
sectional and a
great.
pool
Hey!
table and a wet bar.
like it's a whole house
No,
downstairs.
that's not the basements that people live in.
What's
See?
happening?
Correcting you.
Siri's talking back.
My watch told Cody, I'm sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Listen. What is a wet bar? Is there a dry bar? What is a wet bar?
A wet bar is one that has like
Alcohol.
water.
A working sink. Yeah.
Like a working sink.
Oh, that's what it is?
I thought.
So my bar cart is not a wet bar.
No.
Oh.
A wet bar has like hookups. Like you could put in a pop gun if you wanted to. Like,
I mean, I've hooked up at my bar before, but that's
At
not
your
what you're
bar
talking
cart?
about. Yeah. Yeah,
you're pushing it around.
that's right. Between the bar cart and the Christmas tree.
Baby, come here.
Okay, so a wet bar is where there's a
Christmas bar
sink
cart.
there.
Yeah.
And, okay, I got you.
It's like a whole setup. Yeah, water running through it makes it a wet bar.
It's just a faucet.
Yeah, but like water pipes.
Water pipes.
Yeah. To and from.
Yeah.
Gotta have them both.
You got to have them go. Water coming out,
And water going away.
water going away. Water dissolving and water removing.
And it doesn't just have to be water that goes into the out pipe.
You know, I
can
do my
pee in
best
it.
work in the out pipe. So, okay, well then, I have no aspirations of a wet bar.
I do want like aspirations. You talk about your dream home goals. I want that basement. I want that finished basement with the Browns zone with the big sectional and the bar and the huge TV where we can watch games and then a pool table on the other side, laundry room.
You are going to fit in Berea so well.
We don't have a basement.
You are going to slide right back in there like a missing puzzle piece.
His house doesn't have a basement?
No. You know.
See, I didn't grow up. I grew up with a storage basement, so I didn't grow up with any kind of finished anything down there. So it's like,
Our basement was finished, but it was first my uncle lived there, and then when he moved out, my parents put their business, like their
Offices,
down there.
yeah.
your uncle lived in your house?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
For when we were in Strongsville, and then still with us for a few years in Medina, and then he moved out after. I think he only lived in Medina with us for probably 3 years total.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in Wadsworth.
Just came on some hard times and need a place to stay.
Yeah, he worked for my dad, and so it's just like he built the whole thing, so it's cool. Like,
Right, yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Oh, he built his own like
Yeah, he is a
environment.
he's a contractor too, so he knew how to do all that stuff. So he built it and hooked it up and did a great job. So then I got to live in there for like a couple weeks, which it was a great place because it was so dark down there. So like when I was first starting comedy, I lived down there, and it was so dark, and you could
You
just
wake up
sleep
at
for
3 p.m. and
Oh,
you're
it's
like, what
best.
the hell?
Because it was cold and just
Oh, that
nice.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to finish basement real bad. 'Cause that's very suburbia. I know that, but
Well, listen, a basement is much like art, right? It's never really finished. You just stop working on it.
You
It's
know what I
never
mean.
finished. It's always a work in progress.
I want a squatter basement. You go down there, you're like, is there someone living and pooping down here? What is this?
Living, yes. Pooping, no. I do that in the
I
backyard.
mean, other than the laundry room, that's almost my house. Like I got the sectional and the pool table and everything.
No, but that's just one section that I want. I want that as like the chill zone for when people come over. We all go hang out in the basement.
The chill zone.
Yeah.
All right, because it'll be cooler.
Yeah, I just don't need all
And
that
hang out
other
down there,
stuff.
and then a nice big kitchen and a living room for reading and writing, and some bedrooms, walk-in closet, a deck. I love a deck. Nice deck.
You want a
and
deck off of the basement,
off of the backyard, off of the kitchen, probably.
off of the backyard. Gotcha. Boy, you have a lot of thoughts.
Yes.
So much
and
about
you know what I'm
games.
finding out is that the house that I want costs about $500,000.
Sounds about right. Depending on where you get it. Probably not in
Pretty
Berea.
much anywhere.
Oh, really?
Anywhere to have 4 bedrooms and a walk-in closet and a finished basement and a deck and a yard and
Yeah,
garage.
listen, I've watched House Hunters. I've watched Love It or List It. They go, yeah, I want all this stuff, and we have $100,000.
Right, that's exactly what
Our
it
budget is $65,000.
Figure it out. We live in L.A.
No, I love the jobs. Like, I'm an administrative assistant. And it's like, I am...
I'm a beekeeper.
Whatever. And then it's like, our budget, $400,000.
Well, they've saved up. Now, will your basement have a pepper bar? People are asking about that.
Pepper bar.
A pepper bar!
Sure.
Yeah,
I
all
miss
right.
Quiznos, man. I loved Quiznos.
You're the one person to ever say that sentence.
Loved Quiznos. When I want an Italian
Still
sub,
the one person.
Why would you have rats singing about how good your
Quiznos
subs are?
Italian sub. It was a joke. They said, ha-ha.
Great advertising. I should have been their publicist.
You should have.
You might have been.
You little bastard. Go back to living in the basement. No wonder it was nice. It was a nice little crypt down there. You could just stay there
Yeah, well,
till you get a better attitude. I don't like your tone.
A better attitude.
good.
Bully.
Be motivated. Do something about it.
Call me a rat. That was. I can't control how I look. I have rat-like tendencies. You don't have to call me out like that.
Rat-like tendencies. It's rat-like features is what he's trying to say.
He's
My George, stop. Stop making me laugh.
Nah, he's got rat-like features. Rat-like features. Yeah, Quiznos in just a decade went from 4,700 locations to 400.
They still have one on the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Well, they have everything on the Pennsylvania
I
Turnpike.
forget which stop it is. I think it's like the second one in. When you take the Turnpike into Pennsylvania, it has a Quiznos in there. But that's the only one I've seen.
Wow, I didn't. I mean, I knew
it was a huge franchise. Then, yeah, it was mismanaged.
A lot of competition and whatever, and you know.
Whenever I see one on the road, that's a place I absolutely will stop. But I never really see them. That and Ponderosa, which we've talked about Ponderosa before. But if I ever see those two places, I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Well, I did stop, and I think I mentioned this when we were on a trip. I took a dump in a Wawa, and it looked like the final scene of the first Saw movie in there. I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. And the rest of the place was like, looked like it was taken care of or whatever. But whoever was on
bathroom duty wasn't
bathroom
they
duty.
weren't filling out the chart.
They were not. Nope. Not even just for appearances, they weren't doing that.
There was signing somebody else's name that hasn't worked there in years.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jimmy cleaned the bathroom a half an hour ago.
I love when some restaurants have like a bathroom and it's supposed to. Oh, that's the look of it, like writing on the wall, graffiti. You know that's just we want you to get that hometown feel. Like I don't want writing on the bathroom wall. You can paint over that.
Tell Mary there is a Quiznos left in Lorraine. Boy, what don't they have? They've got the city name script.
Got a Quiznos.
They've got a Bill Squire show coming up.
This Friday.
Got a Quiznos. And why are you doing a show, Bill?
Because I'm a professional comedian.
He's a professional man. He's a professional comedian. He's a professional.
Tickets at BillSquire.com.
I've got to take a break. If you want to get the last word in, send a text 35192. Next chance to grab some money is not far off. Another keyword around 6:30 to grab $1,000 and go fund yourself.
It's the Alan Cox